Welcome to the Superfast TouchDesigner tutorial series. In this tutorial, we will create procedural iridescent clones by creating a tube shape and position data, copying a sphere into the tube points, then mix them with a math combine pop to deform the mesh. We will animate the shape with a transform pop, then apply a PBR material with an animated ramp top as the base color to emulate reflections. And if you just want to grab this finished file and play around right now, it is already up on my Patreon. Alright, let's look at the network structure. Chapter 1. Overview. The main network handles procedural geometry, using line and circle pops to build bases, shaping them with copy and skin pops, and mixing it with point position data using the math combine pop. A transform pop handles animation. In render, we apply a PBR material colored by a ramp top and light the scene. Finally, an SSAO and level tops for depth. By the way, if you need a place for getting feedback on networks like this, or want beginner courses, you are entirely welcome to join over 400 students in my school community down below. Perfect. Now let's dive in. Chapter 2, Network. For the controls, I'm using a constant for the resolution and buttons for the camera positions. Create a line pop. Set its divisions parameter to 200. For the points parameter, set position to 1 for X and 0 for the rest. Connect the line pop to a line metrics pop. In the line metrics pop, activate the tangent parameter under the neighbor section. Connect the line metrics pop to a pattern pop. For our pattern pop, set the pattern type for the first channel to ramp up down. Set the map to low for the first channel to 0.5. The output attribute scope should be set to point scale. Now let's create a circle pop. Set its orientation to YZ plane and its uniform scale to 0.025. Connect the circle pop to the first input of a copy pop, and connect the pattern pop to the second input of the same copy pop. For this copy pop, under the template section, activate template scale and template rotate to vector. Set the rotate to vector forward direction to positive X and the rotate to vector attribute to tan. Connect the copy pop to a skin pop. This is the main solid geometry we will deform. Connect the skin pop to the first input of a math combine pop. Let's prepare the deformation drivers for the geometry. And hey, if you find this network interesting, but maybe do not want to build it all from scratch, you can just grab the finished project file on my Patreon. There are over 7,000 subscribers there who get access to all my project files, custom TouchDesigner plugins, and some free VJ packs. If you prefer to just jump straight in and experiment, the link for that is also in the description. Create a select pop. And let's grab the copy pop before the skin. Connect the select pop to a convert pop, and then set the parameter to point-to-point primitives. Connect the convert pop to a delete pop. We need to reduce the points. For the delete pop, set its operation to keep selected. For the pattern parameter, let's use this logic. We are telling TouchDesigner to delete 1 out of every 50 points. Next, add a copy pop and connect the delete pop to the second input. Then, create a sphere pop. Set its uniform scale to 0.0. Setting the sphere's scale to 0 collapses its vertices into a single point, retaining its mathematical structure, so we just use the point data instead of the shape itself. Connect the sphere pop to the first input of the copy pop. By the way, if you are enjoying this and want to learn a bit more about TouchDesigner, you are always welcome to join my school community. We have over 400 students learning together right now. It is a great place to find beginner courses, get feedback on your project files, and just network with other creators. If that sounds helpful to you, I will leave the link down in the description. Connect this copy pop to the second input of the math combine pop. Alright, back to the math combine pop. For its inputs, set the input attributes to P for both, and rename them to P1 and P2 respectively. Under Uniforms, name it Const. Set Type to Float3 and its values to 0, 2.8, and 4.4. Finally, in the Combine page, set Operation to mix A, B, C, then set Scope A to P1, Scope B to P2, and Scope C to Const. The result scope should be P. The Math Combine Pop uses the Mix function to blend the fully inflated 3D tube with these invisible, zero-scale spheres. Driven by the constant values, the tube's geometry is drastically pinched and pulled toward these anchors along the Y and Z axes. This creates the main deformation. Now add Subdivide Pop and set its depth parameter to 2. Connect the Subdivide Pop to a normal pop to fix the geometry normals. Connect the normal pop to a transform pop. For the transform pop, set the rotate x parameter to abstime.seconds multiplied by 30. Connect the transform pop to a copy pop. Now set its number of copies to 4. Translate y to 0.12, and then rotate x to 10. Now create a select pop, and grab the last copy. Connect this select pop to a texture map pop. For the texture map pop, set the texture method to cylindrical vertex, and position attribute to n. Finally, connect the texture map pop to a geometry comp. For the geometry comp, set translate y to 0.2 and scale to 1.5 for x, y, and z. Add a PBR material and set the metallic to 0.27, roughness to 0.061, and ambient occlusion to 2. Now let's add a ramp for the colors. I'm using this orange to purple combination. Set the type to vertical, period to 0.1, and extend left to mirror. Now back in the PBR material, in the Maps page, set the ramp as the base color map. Now add the material to the geocomp. For the lights, I'm using a standard environment light with an HDRI map and a simple light for soft shadows set as distant. Also, a camera viewport. All to a render top, set to vertical, and the resolution linked to the constant chop for control, and to an out top to view the result in the panel view. Now add an SSAO top. Set its SSAO pass resolution to full, SSAO radius to 0.1, contrast to 1, and blur radius to 12. Connect the SSAO top to a level top. Finally, for the level top, set its brightness to 2. Perfect! Simple as that. See you on the next tutorial. I hope you've successfully completed this tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments.